Picture Charlene Ruto going on TikTok and saying, quote, "Don't vote for my dad, he's too corrupt. The entire country will be shaken." That is the scale of what Brenda has just unleashed in Cameroon.
Vous savez, à un moment, c'est assez.
A president's daughter has just broken ranks with her own father. Brenda Biya, a 27-year-old, went on TikTok live and told Cameroonians bluntly, quote, "Don't vote for Paul Biya. For a nation preparing for elections on October 12th, it is a political earthquake, not whispered but shouted by the daughter of Africa's oldest head of state." On September 18th, Brenda, who goes by King Nasty on TikTok, spoke from her room in Switzerland. Her words were simple but historic.
You know, at some point it's long. At some point it's tiring. At some point there is no point even struggling, fighting for anything.
Within hours, the video had spread across WhatsApp, X, and news platforms from Douala to Dakar. Paul Biya has been in power since 1982, 43 years of rule, 92 years of age, and now running for an 8th term. His supporters call him a stabilizer. His critics call him the face of corruption, authoritarianism, and economic failure. For years, many assumed elections were already decided before the ballots were printed, but Brenda's intervention is different. Brenda's message was not just about politics, it was about survival. In her words,
"I just called an uncle I always considered someone who had always been fair to me. Admittedly, I didn't think he was family or that he loved me too much, but he always treated me right. I just called the chief of staff on the phone, and do you know the last thing he told me? You are going to overdose and you are going to die." So I'm here in my room. I'm here in Switzerland, asking myself 40,000 questions. I'm wondering who is behind this, who is trying to kill me. Why do they absolutely want me to die of an overdose? Why is everything being refused to me? Why every time I say I'm suicidal, I'm not well here? I don't want to be here. Why don't they listen? The hardest thing isn't realizing that everyone wants you dead. It's realizing that there isn't even family anymore. There are no friends, none of that. Literally, everyone around me wants me dead and wants me to die of an overdose. I heard the chief of staff audibly saying on the phone, "You are going to overdose and you're going to die." And that's because I was sacrificed by these people. So every day they sacrificed me. They want me dead. They put me in suffering. And I'm supposed to shut up. No, this is what I'm going to say. I don't know who will care. After a while, I just don't care anymore. I'm cutting ties with all of this. I'm sorry if you want to judge me, no problem. I'm cutting ties with my parents because all my life they hurt me and now I realize they want to kill me. I'm cutting ties with my parents. From now on, I'm no longer family. The money you used to control me, I won't take another cent. Mom, Dad, coming from you, you have no idea all the harm you have done to me, all the harm these people have done to me and continue to do. So, for the campaign, you really want to know who I'm going to vote for? I will not vote for Paul Biya. And if I ever hurt anyone or was a bad person toward Cameroonians or anyone, I'm sorry. And I'm truly sorry that it is my flesh and blood. The person who is supposed to be my father, who has made a whole nation suffer for years. Unfortunately, he also makes members of his own family suffer. Unfortunately, today, I no longer have family. You want me to die so badly. You want me to overdose so badly. Don't call me anymore. I won't take care of you anymore. Not 1 cent. And as soon as I can, I'll pack my things and move. And I won't post on social media anymore because I have to rebuild myself. Basically, people, it's my parents who want me to die of an overdose. It's my parents who want me dead. Don't vote for Paul Biya. Not because of me, but because he has caused enough people to suffer. That's all. I really hope there will be another president and I will not remove this video.
It was raw, unedited, and impossible to ignore. In African politics, family usually closes ranks. Here, the ranks are broken. A daughter accusing the presidency of sacrificing her, threatening her life, and rejecting the privileges of power is a first. It turns private wounds into public politics. To grasp the shock, imagine this in Kenyan setting. Picture Charlene Ruto going on TikTok and saying, quote, "Don't vote for my dad, he's too corrupt." The entire country will be shaken. That is the scale of what Brenda has just unleashed in Cameroon. Opposition leaders like Maurice Kamto are already amplifying her words. They argue that if even the president's child is saying enough, then ordinary citizens should feel emboldened. But Cameroon's electoral history raises question: will symbolic defiance translate into real political change? The story has exploded beyond Cameroon. Deutsche Welle, Africa News, Sahara Reporters, all reporting her words. On X, the clips trend daily. Some praise her courage, others dismiss her as privileged in Europe. But dismissals don't erase the fact that this election now carries an unprecedented crack from within the president's own household. On October 12th, it is not just an election date anymore. It is the day voters will walk into polling stations knowing that even Paul Biya's daughter has said, quote, "Don't vote for him." Whether the ballots reflect it or not, Brenda Biya's words have already etched themselves into Africa's political history. Newsroom, Maisha TV, Reader, Kering Chebet.